What's up, guys? Got three things, actually a little bit more than that, because I think one of them has multiple items in it. One of them I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Either I never got a shipping email, or I just didn't notice the shipping email, but I do know of one thing that I pre-ordered that should be coming around now, so I assume that's what it is. And let me get it out. Yep, that's what I thought it was. Radiohead, Hell to the Thief, live recordings 2003 through 2009. So, I mean, it's exactly what it says. It's just basically a live version of Radiohead's Hell to the Thief. So, Tom York collaborated with some production company to basically make Hell to the Thief the soundtrack for some Shakespearean play. Hamlet, maybe. I can't remember, but either way, it kind of inspired him to compile together this live album. And Hell to the Thief is one of my favorite Radiohead albums, actually, so I thought that was pretty cool. I feel like there's been an unusually large number of, like, not just live albums in general, but, like, actually good live albums in the last year or so. Because generally, for me, live albums aren't really something I get particularly excited about. You know, I find them pretty forgettable. But there's been some really good live albums over the last year. So, kind of like the cool shine that everything has to it, so that's pretty cool. So I don't have my original Hell to the Thief CD with me, but I kind of wish I did, just so I could kind of compare the booklets. I think it's cool how it even has the lyrics in it. A lot of times live albums aren't going to include the lyrics. See, yeah, it has some credits and information about the shows. Kind of wish there was a little bit more detail to them, but it is basically just lists out some of the shows that they were from, so kind of cool. Having a little bit of difficulty closing up that gatefold because the CD was stuck in the back there, but got it now. So this next one is from a band that's doing a live show sometime this week. It may have actually already happened. I'm not going to be making it. So what kind of happened is I got some free time coming up with no plans. I kind of want to find something to do then. So I just went to the Handlebars website, just kind of scroll through, seeing if there was any interesting looking shows on those days that I don't have any plans. And you know, like I said, I can't actually make the show, but I at least saw the name Galactic Empire. I thought, oh, what a cool name. I may have clicked it or something, but either way, the Instagram gods obviously knew that I was interested in that, because I started getting bombarded with advertisements from them, and they look so cool. I wish I could make it, but yeah, like, you know, like the first video I saw, you know, I just saw these people in costumes playing like heavy metal version of a Star Wars song, and there's like a lightsaber fight going on the stage and everything, and it looks so cool. But yeah, basically they do heavy metal versions of different nerd movie soundtracks. A lot of Star Wars. I ordered 2 albums. I think one's nothing but Star Wars, and then one's kind of a mix of everything. But yeah, I love that kind of shit. So like during the time of the original trilogy, there was a lot of like Star Wars tribute acts. Most of them were like disco type stuff, and I'm kind of a collector of that sort of stuff. At this point, I got at least most of those type albums. But yeah, and I guess that did kind of continue to modern age with like the whole lo-fi thing, but I'm not a really big fan of that. It's too much of it just sounds all the same to me, and it kind of bothers me how like lo-fi was an existing genre completely different, you know. It was more like, you know, really shittily recorded rock and folk music that sounded like it was, you know, recorded on a tape recorder in a bedroom, you know. That's what lo-fi is to me, but whatever. But, yeah, so from Galactic Empire, we got Special Edition. You can kind of see some of their costumes on there. You know, mostly inspired by Star Wars, but, you know, I think one of them is supposed to be like the Terminator, and a few just kind of weird stuff. Some of it might even be just original sci-fi stuff, but yeah. We got a CD with a cool little Empire logo. That's pretty cool there. So yeah, this one's all Star Wars music, and then we also have Cinemetal. This has music from Superman, Avengers, Back to the Future, Batman, Indiana Jones, Godzilla, Harry Potter, Jurassic Park, Lord of the Rings, Terminator, and Pirates of the Caribbean. So, like how you got the Jurassic Park Godzilla mashup there. Looks like this one has some sort of booklet. And I don't think I saw a booklet. No, there's not a booklet in the other one. Got a little bit of E.T. going on there. One of my all-time favorite movies. And Back to the Future. That's so cool right there. And yeah, that's what the CD looks like. And when I ordered it, it offered me a few freebies. So I was like, sure, what? Sorry about that. Yeah, it offered me a few freebies, so I was kind of like, ooh, I'll clear my throat. But yeah, I was like, why the hell not? So one of them is a poster. Really like the way that side looks. And a sticker. So that's that over there. Last but not least, I have a vinyl record in. Gotta admit, lately I've been focusing a little bit more on getting CDs. Galactic Empire, both of those are available on multiple colors of vinyl. Really cool colors, but gotta admit, I've been spending a little bit more money than I probably should. So lately, if there's an option, I've been kind of going more towards CDs. This one sort of had it. Technically, this is a lot of music that I already had, but I really wanted to get this vinyl. Looks like we have at least a few bonus freebies. And here, if I can get it up. Okay, I got everything out. It just has a sticker from the band that says Smelter. And a little handwritten thank you sticky note. But yeah, this is from Smelter. I saw these guys in Pensacola like maybe a year and a half ago. Absolutely mind-blowing performance. I immediately went over to their merch table, bought both of their cassettes. One of the big reasons why I was so excited to get this is because one of those cassettes didn't really last that long. It's absolutely mangled. I can't listen to it anymore. I do still listen to that EP, but it's one of the few things that, like, you know, I go onto Bandcamp or whatever to stream it. But yeah, this vinyl collects basically all of their music, has both of their EPs and a couple singles. So it's on clear green vinyl. There's get on green or blue vinyl. The reason why I ended up choosing green is, like, something about this cover reminds me of another album that I have that has kind of that faded black and white design, and that came on green vinyl, and I don't know, if it works for that, I kind of feel like it works for this too. I don't know how that logic really makes sense, but it makes sense to me. And have insert there, lyrics. But yeah, Smelter's really cool, kind of Smashing Pumpkins, hum, 90s, shoegaze, gaziest, whatever that adjective form of shoegaze would be, alt-rock band. Pretty fucking cool. But yeah, that's all that I got for today. I think I got something else coming in tomorrow. Maybe a couple things coming in tomorrow. Next show's probably going to be this Saturday, so footage from that. And yeah, I'll see y'all then.